everyone, all the participants in this crucial meeting today, August 4, 2024. And especially, I welcome the Biafrans who are genuinely and diligently participating in our efforts for freedom. As always, I urge all Biafrans sitting in the fence or hiding in their shells to join the freedom efforts, because freedom is the only permanent solution to our problems. The Biafra people, especially now with government in exile and homeland, are serious with the business of freedom. We are neither wishing nor begging, but we are fighting for freedom to achieve it imminently. This is the day and moment we have been working and waiting for, to have the Prime Minister of Biafra, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, address all Biafrans in Lagos and by extension, southwest of the British slave company, which they called Nigeria. I urge everyone to pay maximum attention and apply hereafter the rich benefits of this meeting for the best interest and existence of Biafra people. The living situation of the Biafra people in Nigeria, particularly in Lagos, is more critical now than before in all aspects. And the same Biafra people have an adage that says, "He whose house is on fire does not chase rats." The situation has necessitated a meeting such as this with the Prime Minister and some cabinet members of the government in exile. Fellow Biafrans, by the grace of Elohim Chukwuke Abraham, I have been privileged to serve the people of Biafra in different administrative capacities during the era of the defunct Directorate of States, DOS. But currently, I am serving as the state administrator in the era of Biafra Republic government in exile. Of course, I have my executive members serving with me, which are also in this meeting, though technical issues may have kept some of them off. It is always part of my belief and strategy to have neither friends nor enemies, but only patriots in the Biafra struggle, which anyone may understand or misunderstand depending on their mindset. Please follow me very attentively as I take us a bit through some past events about the Biafra struggle. As we all know, after our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was betrayed by the defunct members of the Directorate of States into the unfortunate abduction, extraordinary rendition, and illegal detention that he is suffering today by the terrorist state of Nigeria, the great IPOB movement under the defunct DOS was thrown into avoidable conflict and disharmony. The defunct DOS rascally and unreasonably threatened, suspended, excommunicated, and expelled everyone who has different opinion and support for Simon Ekpa, who is the Biafra Prime Minister today. The defunct DOS in many ways went too far against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who timely and categorically commanded Biafrans to follow Simon Ekpa and share his broadcast of New Dimension accordingly in the struggle. I am one of the many victims of that very DOS rascal and unreasonable treatment in the Biafra struggle, which in summary is a sabotage and a betrayal. But myself and my colleagues, most of which are members of my state executive today, did not give up in fighting genuinely and effectively for Biafra freedom with Simon Ekpa in the IPOB autopilot mode, as it was called then. Now it has metamorphosed into Biafra Republic government in exile and Biafra Republic government in homeland. We differently, proudly, and unapologetically regrouped and re-strategized for Biafra struggle in this our location, following our hearts on Simon Ekpa, as Martin Nandekano rightly commanded. Our vision and mission was and is mobilization, unification, and radicalization of all our like-minded Biafrans as a formidable force in the direction of truth and freedom within the Simon Ekpa's new dimension. We operate with speed and focus, and with those who are willing, while we leave behind those who are unwilling or confused to be coming when they are ready, if there will still be time for them. More so, we keep the antagonists, the Confucianists, the gossipers, the erroneous and fearful folks at their own level and standard of Biafra engagement. I will make a few more important points, and some of my executive members may have 1 or 2 points to add later on as this meeting progresses. I and my executives are not in this meeting primarily to ask the Prime Minister questions, but to get new directives of what to be doing in this our location as part of preparation and efforts for Biafra Restoration Declaration, which is hastily approaching. Every well-meaning Biafran in the struggle must realize that though we are a political entity as a government now, we are currently not playing partisan politics, but freedom politics, which means the only opposition or enemy we have are people who make themselves impediments to the freedom we seek for. We need to wisely fight for the ground before we fight for the mat, as the adage says. Right now, we are fighting for our collective interest of freedom, not for any individual interest of power or popularity, as the case may be. Also, it is important to realize and retain that we are fighting for all the United States of Biafra, not for any singular state of Biafra. Since the conflict and disharmony of IPOB in the struggle, I and my colleagues have made efforts and progress in many areas, including support for security, which I will not go into here. When the IPOB movement was upgraded to Biafra government with emergence of the people's elected Prime Minister, I and my colleagues did not hesitate to move with it, recognizing it as part of the new dimension that Mazi Nnamdi said that Simon Ekpa is bringing. On the ongoing Biafra self-referendum and Biafra liberation tax payment, my administration has been working consistently to ensure best compliance of Biafrans in Lagos and beyond. From the time we were officially approved by the Biafra government a few months ago, with evidence of receipt for issuance to those who pay tax, we have been collecting tax from willing Biafrans and remitting accordingly, which the Ministry of Finance in Homeland is in the best position to confirm. Today, the new dimension is fully here, and my administration is obviously part of it. Those who were confused or doubtful are believing now, as the new dimension is resonating and bombarding everywhere. The Biafra struggle is no longer in movement, and it is no longer on autopilot, but in government, which Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister and piloting the affairs of Biafra people. Finally, let me get the attention of Biafrans to some striking and undeniable reality about the Prime Minister of Biafra today, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for a long time, looked for 100 men. No one showed up, not even from the many TOS members, but at last, Simon Ekpa showed up and said he is 50 men, asking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to look for the remaining 50. In another instance, Simon Ekpa asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if Nigeria fails to grant our referendum call, is he ready to do something different to restore Biafra? As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was about to respond, Simon Ekpa cut in and promised to be the first to follow him if yes is his answer. And of course, yes was his answer. Something different will be done. Also, Simon Ekpa told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he joined the struggle that if there is nothing on the table, he, Simon Ekpa, is ready to bring something on the table. And my question to Biafrans, as always, is if you are Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, would you joke with Simon Ekpa? Is there not something on the table now? Of course, there is much more than something on the table. I am believing that the Prime Minister of Biafra, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, was economical with the truth about himself to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is obviously more than 50 men, or perhaps he doubled to the 100 men in adversity. And today, we have the privilege and honor to meet with him in Lagos, but before he takes the microphone very soon, I have a name or title to describe him, which is Osisi ndị iro na-agba mgba na-ele anya ọdịda, ma ọ na-adị ndụ na-amị mkpụrụ na-enye ndụ. I repeat, osisi ndị iro na-agba mgba na-ele anya ọdịda, ma ọ na-adị ndụ na-amị mkpụrụ na-enye ndụ. The tree, oh yes. It is the tree.
Yes.
Enemies are fighting to fall, but it keeps flourishing, bearing fruit, and providing shelter. Follow me, oh Biafrans. Join me to welcome the special blessing of Elohim in our generation to the people of Biafra, the Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Welcome, sir, to the microphone.
Thank you.